Evening YouTube. Yes, it's me, and I'm back again. Just out for a walk in the woods this evening. I thought you'd like to come with me. As Ralph would say, why don't you come along and have some fun? Although, whether you could actually deem it as fun being out with me. Anyway, I've just set up a little camp while I have a cup of chai. Got me brew on. As you can see, it's just a really simple lean-to between those two trees. I only set it up really just to show that I'm not a one-trick pony when it comes to tarps. And brought some old friends out with me. Yes, these are about the only friends I've got. Sad, isn't it? There's my second-hand surplus Swiss Army rucksack, as reviewed by Mr. 51 Foxy. Very nicely done, Mr. Foxy. There's a Nalgene, Carrymore Nalgene bottle that I got in a sale at Sports Direct for a couple of quid. My Gellert fuel bottle. Swedish folding mug. And my bush saw, just in case you thought it was a fragment of my imagination. The bits and bobs from the brew kit, and the two spoons, just so you thought they weren't a pigment of your imagination as well. As you can see, it's early evening, it's about 7:30, and the sun is still with us, just about, so it's not too bad. I'm just tucked away behind these holly bushes, holly trees I should say perhaps, just off the main path. The main path is just along there, and as you can see, the bluebells are out. Now my mum really loves this wood, and she loves to come and see the bluebells, but unfortunately she's not able to at the moment because she's just recovering from a knee op, so she can't walk so well, and this wood is just too far off the beaten track for her to make it at the moment. But hopefully, fingers crossed and touch wood, this time next year. So this is the view of the camp from end on. It almost disappears that tarp, doesn't it, when you look at it from the edge on. So, as I say, this isn't a setup for the night, although it could quite easily be, because the wind's only been forecast for about 15, 16 miles an hour, and this setup is more than adequate for that sort of thing. And there's no rain, and no rain forecast, so everything's hunky-dory. Now then, just a quick word about this Swiss Army rucksack while I'm here, because Mr. 51 Foxy in his excellent video said that the place that he got his from only had 2 left. Well, if they run out, you can get them from the place I got mine a couple of years back. They still have them. Apparently they are quite easy to get because the Swiss, I gather, have bunkers full of these things. Apparently about 3 per head of population or some obscure thing. So now we know that the Swiss specialise in 4 things: chocolate cuckoo clocks, Swiss Army knives, and second-hand surplus rucksacks. And apparently this one is the engineer's rucksack. But anyway, the place I got mine from is Nauticalia. And I bought it online, but they do actually do a catalogue as well. You know, a proper paper folding one. But it was 27 quid a couple of years ago, and I doubt that the price has gone up much, because it's quite an expensive shop, and I don't think they dare put the prices up anymore, otherwise nobody would buy them. But anyway, I'm rambling on. So it's Nauticalia, as in the seagoing term. So look them up online. I think the main office and a shop that they have several shops. I think they have one in Portsmouth, but I think the main one is Teddington Lock, I believe. But so if you can't get one anywhere else, as a last desperate attempt, you could try them. So anyway, this is the view from where I'm sitting, and I will be using my spoon. I don't quite know why I brought the bamboo one, probably because I didn't want to leave it at home and let it feel lonely. I brought my Mora with me as well. It's a very nice sheath is this, actually, needless to say. The sheath didn't come with it. I bought the sheath, oddly enough, off a Native American in his native America. So it's exceptionally simple. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, it's well matched with me then. So there's a belt loop, and it has, just at the moment, a cord through it, because I wear it round my neck rather than on my belt. Something I picked up in a Mors Kochanski book, and it's actually quite a practical way of wearing it. And I know you've all seen Moras before, but this is mine for what it's worth, which is about 12 quid actually, because that's what it cost. And for the knifey types amongst you, it's an E. Johnson Mora, which apparently they are made at Mora, obviously, but apparently they all go for export. So they're quite hard to get apparently in Sweden, but easier to get out of the country. So that's basically it, really. Just enjoying this solitude, which is a hard thing to get round here. Because round here, when the weather is decent, it's usually full of doylums. I'm just going to see how the old water is doing. Oh, well, we have bubbles, which is always a good sign. So I think it's time to get the cup ready, which is down there between my knees. And I have my trusty 35mm film canister with my triple strength shot of coffee in it, which is safely ensconced in the mug. And I managed to get it in there without tipping most of it on the floor this time. So I think another couple of minutes and the water should be about done. So I won't bore you too much for much longer. Yes, I know I always say that, but you know, if I didn't, you'd never watch these rambling monologues all the way through, and then I'd be sat here by myself, really lonely. Because it's always good to have you along, because I need the company. I can't afford to lose any more friends. It's really nice out here, and I wish I was stopping for the evening, but for various reasons, which I'll explain at a later date, I can't. But it's matters of a personal nature. No, I'm not an escaped fugitive being hunted by the police or anything, so don't be reaching for your phones and dialing 999 or 911. It's, well, I'll gloss over it here. It's not the time or the place. Far too nice to spoil it. The sun up there is descending behind the trees now. The shadows are gradually lengthening, as is this video, I heard someone say in the background. Well, that is a valid point. That is a valid point. Let's have a look and see how we're doing. Almost there, chaps. Because I can main do with this cup of joe. Like my friend Ralph. I really do love coffee, you know. There's no, like he says, there's no life before coffee. Preferably two. Oh, now then. We have steam. And where you have got steam, you have got boiling water. Oh, look at that. Now that's a sight to behold. So let's get that off there. And as you can see, I am using the Jester pot stand. Thank you, Mick, for an excellent idea. So now, sorry about the lens steaming up. I'll just get the lid to extinguish it, which should be lurking somewhere over here. Ah, there it is. Job done. And now, for the first time on the big screen, Mr. Spoon makes his appearance. And for anybody of a certain age, no, it's not Mr. Spoon off Button Moon. Obviously to America that will mean absolutely nothing, and probably to Europe as well. So that's christened on the silver screen. So there's a parting shot of my cup of joe. And the sun, I will bid you all a good evening, and it is a good evening. Hope you like this 15-minute rambling monologue. And as always, it was filmed in widescreen 3D Carnoscope, and it is a Fred Carnos Circus production, in association with Casey's Court Promotions, of course, based in Oildrum Lane, Shepherd's Bush, London. So thanks for watching, and bye.